I be the MC, for I'm here to tell a story. I be the MC for the time being, master of ceremony. As I tell you my side, see, walking down the street to the cafe to grab a lemonade, iced tea, I overhear a couple of yuppies talking about our country and how shit they want to be. Man, the third world economy, where each hour of the day there's people dying from hunger that eats away. It was then I realized the gluttony owed to the dropping of the Y and the adding of the US of A. For this gluttonous society, a country where restaurants throw away food while the third world starves, where preservation isn't carried out throughout this nation. Whatever happened to one nation under God? But not here in the US of the great A, see? This country, our own military recruiters, single out, harass students in our own schools for having an opinion. And I ask, what place does military have in our education system? We got fathers abandoning their seeds, leaving them to a life of poverty. But do you focus on that kind of problems, you yuppie?
Ooh, yeah.
But nothing like them third world countries, so be thankful for all these commodities. See, my disposition displays the emptiness in which it is so discreet to the temperament that I have undergone, placed me under the ideology of the U.S. being nothing like a third world economy. So let this master of ceremony speak and tell you yuppies to stop complaining about how you want to be here in the U.S., see? For I be the MC, the master of ceremony.
When we look at the availability of affordable housing, we find that that is shrinking all the time. When you go to buy a house, you want to borrow money for a house. Do you have to go all the way to the north side to get to a bank? Because the financial center of the south side, it seems to me, is 12th Avenue in Irvington. And you know why it's the economic center of the south side? Because we have a payday loan place, and we have 2 check cashing places there, and we have an ATM at AM/PM. I suggest to you that if you go to the intersection of Orange Grove and Oracle, you'd find at least 5 banks located at that intersection. But let's talk real. If you live south of Broadway, in many of those neighborhoods, you not only don't have access to health care, you can't even get a pizza delivered to your house because the companies that make pizzas are scared to go to the houses to deliver them.
The staying water on the poor side of town has something special for you if you're brown. But wait, even better, they're closing your hospital down. So when you do get your environmentally caused disease, you'll hopefully die by the time you reach the north side, where the hospitals are friendly and clean. And not only does the high school not want you to go to college, but they want the Marines to recruit you to die on the front line, Carlos. And who's your closest neighbor? Why, it's the city jail. So they can lock up the criminals. You know the ones. They sell. They sell because they drink the water, and they got no hospital. Because they didn't go to college, and because their name's Carlos. Because you're a part of someone else's get-rich-quick scheme. Because you're destined to be in that jail, uneducated, brown, and dying from a disease. TCE water contamination and power lines have been linked to cancer and several other sicknesses. Huge clusters of power lines exist on the south and west side of Tucson, near schools and homes.
You don't really think Brushwellman or any industrial park will open over in the foothills. If you just think about the beauty and the sights of it, or the value of property in the foothills versus 12th and Valencia. But so if you're going to be putting a project in there that could potentially harm and have chemicals, where are you going to get the less screaming occurring? The less screaming is going to occur in southern Tucson versus northern Tucson.
There's a lot of industrial places in the south side, in the Sunnyside area. we have the airport, and we have those pollutions, both air and the noise, as well as that's where TCE started, And unfortunately, the TCE headlines are a thing that happened, when I was young, and I don't think sometimes short-term memory problems occur, and they don't remember, way back when that happened, and we had all that stuff going into the wells. Well, we're putting ourselves, I think, in jeopardy, maybe not for today or tomorrow, but in jeopardy in 50 years when our children and our grandchildren are living in certain neighborhoods. As far as the pipeline is concerned, right now that's a big issue here in Tucson, and I don't think people are seeing it as that. I think they're taking it a little too lightly, and leaks occur and things occur with the pipeline. It already occurred to a big magnitude that I don't think the public was really made aware of, and I don't think they really understand how much worse it could be. It's an expensive thing to take care of, but like I said, we shouldn't, and we do too often as a society, think more highly of money than we think of human life.
There's an obvious pattern of environmental injustice occurring on the south side that needs to be brought to attention. Several Sunnyside schools are located near the Brush Wallman plant. Desert View High School is right across the street from the dump, and currently a major gas pipeline is being built in front of Cholla High School.
Here's the problem with West Side School. Here's the issue with West Side School. The district does not really want to really send its best, or at least you see the pattern, and that's why there's lawsuits that show that there was more effective education on the east side some years back. Probably still very existing. If you look at the history of things, West Side Schools usually got the remains, the remnants,
We call it this the land of the free, or is this hell? Every breath that we breathe, land of pain, suffering, greed, and misery. They have gained nothing else to it to find and take it. Every time we step up, they just hate it. But every time you hold us down, we'll come up twice as strong, so you better hate it. We're here to stay, here to play, here to do those games. We'll leave you confused and trapped in a maze. We can't be color and be self-destructive. We gotta see each other as friends and be self-productive. But who will come up? Luther King and X plus Pac, all stepped up, got lit up and rid of. And with the microphone piece, all those rappers only rap about hoes and money and how he or she killed that issa or nigga in the streets. I know there'll never be peace, but at least rap about something positive so your fans can hear in your beat. They take whatever they want, cops, government, the whole system, the committing a theft. We will rise out of debt, fight till there's no one left. My words are my weapons, deadly as venomous. Project my voice into your mind with a lethal injection.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is here.
Those real expensive homes, did we see any power lines there?
Nope.
Okay. And the next thing is, who's expected to live on the north side? And realistically, who's expected to live in these houses here? Is it a conspiracy? Is it a question that needs to be talked about? Is it something that we should address? I don't know.